My sister is my mother? In a world where people live for fame like this, it seems cool to be relatives of celebrities. But in some cases, it's not as fun as you think. My story is an example. Hello, I'm Anna. I grew up with my mother and my beloved sister Jessie. My mother said that we were Canadian, but my family settled in the US while she was pregnant after my dad left. Although my sister is 15 years older than me, we were like best friends. Jessie loved and protected me like my second mother. That's why I've always been proud of Jessie and my family. But everything wasn't like I've seen. I've learned an unbelievable secret. My sister Jessie has a natural talent for music. She has a great voice, tone-sensitive ears, and a good brain. Jessie was also beautiful and intelligent, so becoming a celebrity was like an obvious path for her. I grew up with Jessie and watched her whole training progress. She was always serious and determined. It made me respect and love her more. I supported her career. Well, when Jessie was a trainee, she wrote some first songs. We used to shoot cover videos together, which looked a bit silly, but it was still a good memory, so I always kept it. When I was 7 years old, Jessie participated in The Voice, a popular music competition at that time. I wasn't surprised that my sister beat all of her opponents and won first prize. Shortly after the competition, she had the first hit of her career. The media and the audience began to focus on Jessie. Some famous businessmen began to pursue her. They admired the talent and beauty of my sister. My sister was picked up by them every night. Her career grew quickly. I was very proud of my sister. From the day she got famous, I met her less. Sometimes she had to go away for days on a long tour. The training schedule and the shows were so dense that Jessie didn't have any time for me anymore. We didn't record the cover videos or take photos together as we used to. But I was not upset at all because I understand how hard she tried for her current success. I'd always supported Jessie no matter what. Jessie's time fund has been sucked up since she dated a rich young man. From that day, she hid all the information about me. She didn't let me meet her boyfriend, even though I was mad curious. Anyway, it was still fine because she never forgotten to buy the cakes I liked and ask me how my days went no matter how late she got home. She still loved me, and of course, I did too. Everything was fine until one day my best friend let me see a piece of news that went viral on the internet just the night before. That was the news about my sister. They rumored that Jessie had a child. Her daughter was the sister who she had been hiding. Oh God, people were crazy. How could they say that? That meant I was Jessie's daughter, not her sister? I was confused. According to the article, the informer was a close friend of Jessie, who was also in the showbiz. Her name was Molly. Molly was Jessie's best friend. She used to come to my house to practice with my sister. They always shared everything. They even studied at the same music academy. She was also beautiful, good at singing, but she never ever gotten any achievement. Despite her best effort, she was still a no-name girl in the showbiz. While my sister's career kept growing, Molly was just a shadow after many competitions. When she saw my sister getting famous quickly and had a rich boyfriend, Molly seemed jealous. I didn't see them together anymore. Surely, Molly must have bribed the press to make up this bad news about my sister and said that Jessie had a child from the age of 15 with her boyfriend, and that I was the result of that rebellious age. However, because Jessie was too young and wanted to become a singer, my mother decided to take all the responsibilities for her and claimed that I was her second child. The power of the media and the online community made that article become a hot topic on social networks quickly. Anti-fans emerged. They attacked and criticized Jessie for deceiving the audience. Her advertising contracts were canceled. Her rich boyfriend broke up with her when he knew she had a child. Over one night, the world turned against her. Jessie was turned away by brands and impresarios. Her ranking on the music charts dropped, and her songs were no longer well received. I clearly saw her sorrow. Had all of her efforts collapsed because of a false rumor? I tried to ask my mother about that, but she kept silent and didn't say anything to me. She became always worried since the day of the incident. After that article, not only Jessie was affected, my life was also disturbed. The press followed me everywhere. They surrounded my school gate all day. They hid in every corner to take pictures of me and my everyday activities. It was so terrible. I was denigrated at school after my sister's incident. I was also chased by reporters. I hated my sister. I had to face these troubles because of her. A week later, the reporters still followed me. I was so scared. One day after school, when I walked out to the gate, a lot of people were waiting on both sides of the road and suddenly approached me. They asked me about the relationship of Jessie and me. They were so crowded that I just wanted to explode. I closed my eyes and tried my best to flee. Although I tried to run quickly, they still followed me like hungry zombies. They chased me until I was exhausted and tripped on the road. My leg was wounded. There was a lot of blood. Miraculously, Jessie showed up on time and saw it. Jessie rushed toward me and held me in her arms. She cried a lot, but I was still mad at her, so I threw Jessie's hand and walked home with a bleeding wound. I left Jessie alone. She seemed upset. Maybe she was disappointed of me. I had to stitch up to 10 stitches for this wound. I hardly moved for 2 weeks. That made my sister... No, I should call her mother. She was extremely angry. Jessie blamed the press that they had intervened too deep in her private life. Jessie also spent a lot of time at home taking care of me. She seemed to have forgotten the breakdown a few weeks ago. She tried to protect me and my family from the attacks of the media. Jessie decided to hold a press conference to say it all. That press conference was broadcasted on television in front of millions of people, Jessie admitted. Right, Anna is my daughter. It was a mistake in the past, but I've never abandoned her. I love her, and I want her to have a normal childhood like any other child. I hope all of the audience will forgive me and let my family have a peaceful life. Don't disturb her life anymore, please. Seeing my mother defending me in public made me remember her many years of training. I turned to torment myself. I remembered Jessie's hard work and felt so bad for her. A talent like her deserves to be loved and recognized by the audience. But after all, because of me, it was destroyed. I was horrible when I hated my own mother, even though she always tried to protect me. Jessie decided to withdraw from the entertainment world. We returned to Canada a short time to have a normal life. When we returned to Canada, I looked back to the memories between me and Jessie. There were a lot of pictures and the videos we sang together. Those were songs that Jessie had written by herself. They had never been published. I wanted people to know more about these wonderful works. They should recognize my mom's talents, not just past mistakes. I posted those videos on social media. Amazingly, over one night, the videos I posted received a lot of likes and comments from everybody. Instead of talking about Jessie's scandal, people were extremely excited with those songs. They said that my mother and I were so cute. After that, Jessie's songs that were posted became trendy. I could hear them being broadcasted over and over again in a lot of cafes and supermarkets. Many people supported her return to showbiz. And another unexpected thing was that after those videos, not only Jessie, but now also I became famous. We were the lovely mother and child of showbiz. Now I can say that I am absolutely proud of my mother. I told the press that Jessie was really talented and she loved me very much. And I hope the audience can change their point of view about her and welcome Jessie's comeback. Jessie returned to music, but not as a singer on stage anymore. She became a potential young musician and music producer. The audience gave her a much more sympathetic look. Jessie was also a popular, hot mom. Now, Jessie has been successful in her career. She also found a boyfriend who accepts her past and loves her dearly. She hugged me and said that she regretted being ashamed of me. Jessie always tells the public about me and how much she is proud of me. That's my story. I hope you can understand what I've been through with my special and talented young mother.